The streetlights cast long shadows on the wet pavement. Logan watched the crimson droplets splash against the concrete, a stark contrast to the gray. He wiped his mouth with the back of his hand, a smear of red stark against his pale skin. Of course, he muttered, voice thick. Nothing good ever happens around you. I should just stay away. Across from him, Alex simply shrugged. The indifference in that single motion seemed to infuriate Logan further. He reached out, fingers aiming for Alex's mouth, a gesture born of frustration. Why aren't you sick? Why is it just me? His touch was clumsy, not rough, but it made Alex lean back instinctively. Did you poison me before we ended up in this godforsaken place? Is that it? Alex tilted his head, the glow from a neon diner sign painting half his face in cool blue. What would I gain from poisoning you? Logan's jaw tightened. Who knows? Maybe you just want me gone. Out of your hair for good. No blood followed that statement. He truly believed it. A sigh escaped Alex, almost lost in the distant hum of traffic. He reached out not to push Logan away, but to pat his cheek twice, the gesture oddly clinical. You know what you sound like right now? A stray dog that got kicked one too many times. All snarl and no sense. Logan froze. A visible tremor ran through him before he snapped back. You're the stray dog. Calling me names like that. You really do hate me, don't you? Alex's gaze dropped to the fresh trickle escaping the corner of Logan's mouth. His voice was quiet when he spoke. Do you really think I hate you? Like you? Are you insane? More blood, bright and insistent. The contradiction was painted right there on his skin. Alex felt a strange hollowness in his chest. This prickly, argumentative person he'd known for years, his constant adversary, was secretly carrying a torch for him. The universe had a twisted sense of humor. Logan was muttering about finding a clinic, but their combined search of their pockets yielded only a crumpled $5 bill. Pathetic, Logan breathed, the anger bleeding into despair. We can't even afford a copay. Where are we supposed to sleep tonight? The pedestrian tunnel under the overpass, Alex suggested, gesturing vaguely down the street. We could manage. Logan recoiled as if struck. With you? Absolutely not. Do you just invite anyone to share your sleeping space? What is wrong with you? A lifetime of knowing Logan, and Alex had never been called promiscuous. For suggesting a drafty public tunnel. A flicker of amusement cut through the fatigue. So, you're against it? You don't want to share that space with me? Of course not. The vehement denial was immediately betrayed by the copper tang in the air. Alex felt a petty satisfaction. In this strange world, he held all the cards. His stomach growled, a sharp reminder of their reality. He nodded toward the money in Logan's hand. Food? At a corner bodega, Logan charmed an older woman behind the counter with a bright, "You're a lifesaver, ma'am," securing 2 cups of lukewarm water. He spent $3 on a single hot dog and 4 plain bagels. He thrust the hot dog at Alex without meeting his eyes. Here. He quickly looked away, shoulders tense. Don't read into it. You're the only person I know here. If you pass out from low blood sugar, I'm screwed. The words were harsh, but the fresh streak on his chin told the real story. Logan pressed a hand to his sternum, confusion etching his features. This is so weird. Feels like the words themselves are making me sick. Maybe I just shouldn't talk. Alex took a bite of the hot dog, saying nothing. Logan had his pride. Telling him the truth now, that every lie physically wounded him, would be like tossing a match into a gas tank. Alex looked at the sad, dry bagel in Logan's hand and felt an uncharacteristic pang of sympathy. One problem at a time. Logan was staring toward the shadowy arches of the distant overpass. What about the second one? No, looks too exposed. The first one? Too close to the drainage ditch. He was arguing with himself, already weighing the options he'd publicly refused. They didn't end up under the overpass. A 24-hour big box store, its fluorescent lights buzzing like angry insects, offered refuge. They claimed 2 rigid lounge chairs in the empty garden furniture section. Logan sat, a portrait of simmering discontent. "Is climate controlled?" Alex pointed out. "Beats a windy tunnel." Logan turned his head, presenting his profile in stubborn silence. He'd clearly decided talking was the enemy. A thought occurred to Alex, and a slow smile spread across his face. He leaned closer, his voice dropping to a murmur. "What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? If you don't like talking, what do you like, I wonder?" He let the question hang. "Could it be? You like me?" Logan broke. "Are you deranged?" "I'm not gay. I don't like you." The flush started at his neck and climbed rapidly. Alex reached out, his fingers brushing the burning tip of Logan's ear. Sure. You don't." He used the same thumb to carefully wipe the blood from Logan's mouth, then smeared it deliberately on the dark fabric of Logan's jeans. Logan jerked back as if scalded, hands flying defensively. "Alex, what is wrong with you? Who just touches a guy's leg like that? Would you prefer it on your white t-shirt?" Alex asked reasonably. Logan had no rebuttal. He just stared, throat working. "Just don't." He finally managed, the fight gone, replaced by a vulnerable bewilderment. "Don't touch me." A help-wanted sign in the window of the store's rotisserie chicken counter promised meals and a shared staff room. At opening, Logan was there, all persuasive charm and earnest smiles. The manager, a weary-looking man named Dave, and his wife were swiftly convinced. Logan, with his easy patter, was put on sampling and promotion. Alex, quieter but competent, was handed the register. By day's end, they had $300 in tips and wages between them. Back in the stark, linoleum-floored staff room. 2 cots, 2 lockers, nothing more. Logan broached a topic with uncharacteristic hesitance. "Alex, can I borrow your share for the first few days? I want to get 900 together. Go to an urgent care. No insurance here. This vomiting blood thing." He trailed off, the fear palpable. Alex had just finished showering, pulling on a clean but worn t-shirt. Logan watched him, then blurted out, "Maybe you should get new clothes first. You're particular about being clean." In this heat, Alex raised an eyebrow. "You're that concerned about me? You're the one turning inside out." Logan set his jaw. "It's fine. I'll wait. A few more days won't kill me. You need it more. The money's half yours. You spending it on me isn't concern. It's logistics." "Exactly. It's logistics. I don't want you getting irritable because you're uncomfortable and taking it out on the customers." The fresh blood on his lip glittered under the harsh overhead light. "Is that so?" Alex asked softly. "Of course it is. I shouldn't talk. It makes it worse." Logan turned away, pressing a wad of napkins to his mouth. That night, the unfamiliar cot creaked with every shift. Alex stared at the acoustic-tiled ceiling. "Can't sleep, princess?" Logan's voice came from the darkness, a familiar, tired jab. "Need a stuffed animal? You used to whine about the dorm mattress all the time." Alex snorted. "Look who's talking. You who needed to bicker every night before bed. Was I your emotional support human? Couldn't drift off without hearing my voice?" A beat of silence. Then a soft, pained cough. "No. Who wants to hear you? One word from you and I have nightmares for a week. You're so full of yourself." The sound of frantic dabbing followed. "Alex, stop. Please. I'm bleeding again." "I didn't say anything." Logan didn't reply for a long moment. When he did, his voice was stripped of all its usual bravado, thin and raw. "Alex, if I die here, in this place, will you remember me?" He sounded young and terribly afraid. In the faint orange glow from the parking lot security light seeping around the blinds, Alex saw him turn his head. A sheen of moisture caught the light on his cheek. "You probably won't. You hate me, right?" Something sharp and aching twisted in Alex's chest. He sat up, the cot groaning in protest, and crossed the narrow space to crouch by Logan's bed. "Hey, look at me." He waited until Logan's wet, shadowed eyes met his. "Logan, do you know why you're getting sick in this world?" "What?" "It only happens when you lie." Logan stared, uncomprehending. "Which means," Alex continued, his voice steady, "every time you said you hated me, or that you couldn't possibly like me, it was a lie. That's why you bled." He reached out, poking Logan's forehead. "You like me, don't you?" The silence stretched. Logan's breath hitched. "You're messing with me. That's not possible. I've never heard of anything so stupid. We fell through a dimensional rift or something. That's pretty stupid, too." Logan's eyes were wide, desperate. "It's not lying. I'm sick. I'm straight. I don't like guys." Alex watched, incredulous, as Logan visibly swallowed, forcing the blood back down. The denial was that powerful. "Sure. Whatever you say." Logan clung to his diagnosis. He went to a free clinic, paying with their hard-earned cash. He returned that evening looking pale and hollow, the printed summary of a perfect bill of health crumpled in his fist. He tried to act normal, but the defeat hung on him like a weight. "Dave says for the store's anniversary sale tomorrow, you don't need to do samples. Just stand by the door and greet people." Alex relayed, pretending not to notice the shattered look in his eyes. Logan just nodded, his eyes fixed on Alex with an intensity that was new and unsettling. Alex tossed a clean shirt at him. "Stop staring. Fold that. I'll start dinner." Their hot plate and tiny fridge allowed for basic meals. Alex had taken over cooking after one of Logan's disastrous attempts. Logan followed him to the small sink area, perking up. "Dave didn't give us dinner tonight?" "He was busy," Alex said vaguely. In truth, he'd used some of their money for vegetables, a small, unspoken peace offering. Seeing Logan now, buzzing with a nervous energy that needed an outlet, he wondered why he'd bothered. The guy was resilient. The simple stir-fry was a welcome change from the endless, greasy chicken. Logan ate with a gusto that momentarily silenced his self-envy. "This is good. I could eat this every day." He even washed the dishes without being asked. Later, showered and wearing the soft cotton sleep pants Logan had bought for him, they were on clearance. "Buy one, get one." Not like I wanted matching sets or anything. Alex stepped out of the bathroom. Logan's gaze snapped to him, tracking his movement. "What? Is it on wrong?" Logan quickly looked away. "No, it's fine." A pause. Then, so quiet Alex almost missed it. "You look good." A small, genuine smile touched Alex's lips. "See? You can be decent when you try." Logan's throat worked. "Do you like it when I'm decent?" "I like not being argued with, sure." The light in Logan's eyes dimmed. He said nothing more, just grabbed his own clothes and disappeared into the steam. When Alex checked their shared work phone to clear memory, a text notification popped up on Logan's screen. "Logan, are you free tomorrow? Just at your counter, won't take much time." The sender was saved as persistent delete. Logan emerged, saw Alex with the phone, and stiffened. His t-shirt, Alex noted, was the same shade of gray as his own. Logan followed his gaze. "It was the sale. I told you buy one get one. It's not like He cut himself off, closing his eyes. "Forget it. It's late. Let's sleep. It's 8 p.m. Just, please." The raw plea in his voice was new. Alex held up the phone. "Your admirer is texting. Quite the fan club." Logan's cheeks flushed. "Don't call me that. It's not like that." "Oh? How is it, then?" Logan took the phone, his expression unreadable as he read the message. There was a flicker of something. Disappointment? Before he schooled his features. "You have Stockholm Syndrome or something?" The question left Alex's mouth before he could stop it. Logan huffed a humorless laugh, typing a quick rejection. "Want to fight? Just say so. Don't psychoanalyze me." He paused, his eyes searching Alex's face. "Why would I have Stockholm Syndrome for you?" We've been at each other's throats since freshman orientation. What's to like? Your sarcasm? The way you used to shove me into walls? The directness was unnerving. Exactly. So why? Because I don't. Logan insisted, frustration boiling over.
I'm sick.
That's why I bleed. The evidence immediately appeared on his lips. Right? A relapse. How unfortunate. Alex, do you enjoy watching me suffer? Alex looked at him, at the pale face and the stubborn, bleeding mouth, and felt a wave of exhaustion. No, I don't. You're the only person here I know. The admirer showed up at noon. Alex, despite himself, watched the entrance, half expecting someone who might distract Logan from this impossible fixation. Instead, a large man with a thick beard and a shy smile approached the counter. He waited until Logan brought his order. Logan, the man said, voice surprisingly gentle. Could you sit with me? I'll order a whole chicken. It'll count toward your numbers. He smiled hopefully. Logan stared, deadpan. Are you serious? The chicken is $20. You think this is a nightclub? Am I the entertainment? The man wilted. Don't be mean. I came to see you. I knew the first time I saw you, we're the same. I really like you. He pushed his plate forward. We could share. Alex lost the battle and let out a choked laugh from the register. Logan's patience snapped. Eat it or leave. I'm not sitting with you. Maybe in a dream? The man asked, tears welling. Could I be with you in a dream? Here or at your place? Logan took a deep, shuddering breath, grabbed a broom from the corner, and pointed it like a spear. Now, or I will use this. The man left, sobbing quietly. When the door chimed shut, Alex was leaning against the counter, shoulders shaking with silent mirth. Your admirer? Alex managed. Logan's glare could have cut steel. He called me Logan. Once. That's the only connection. Seemed pretty connected to the idea of you. Later, for the promotion, Logan had to wear a bulky chicken mascot costume. Afterward, he changed into a sleeveless tank in the back. Alex happened to glance over as he toweled his hair. The muscles in Logan's arms and shoulders were defined, the line of his back strong. A sudden, unfamiliar heat crept up Alex's neck. He looked away quickly. Logan caught the movement and grinned, some of his old swagger returning. Like what you see. I could teach you. Build some muscle. No thanks. I prefer my current state of peaceful neglect. That evening, Dave took them to a sleek, minimalist restaurant to celebrate the successful sale. The menu was a confusing array of tiny, artfully arranged dishes. Alex and Logan exchanged a look over a plate of microgreens priced like precious metals. I don't really do leaves, Alex muttered. Who knows what's on them? Logan nodded fervently. And I like my cow cooked, not commemorated. They politely declined the steak tartare. When Dave ordered an expensive bottle of wine, they felt they couldn't refuse again. They spent the dinner nibbling on bread and sipping the bitter, dry wine while Dave and his wife ate heartily. Afterward, Logan steered them straight to a food truck. He ordered 2 bowls of chili, gulping a cup of water to wash the taste of the wine away. Bitter. Tastes like regret. Alex's stomach churned unpleasantly. The air had grown heavy, carrying the scent of ozone and wet earth. We should hurry. It's going to rain. Logan scoffed. Since when are you a meteorologist? He was seated closer to the truck's vent, the smell of spices masking the coming storm. Alex finished quickly. Then, now, as if on command, the first fat drops splattered on the pavement. Okay, that's creepy, Logan said, standing. Instead of grabbing his bowl, he stepped around the table, his body shielding Alex from the sudden downpour as they dashed the few feet to the truck's awning. I was worried your weather forecasting sins would get you struck by lightning. I can walk 2 steps by myself. Maybe, but I didn't want to risk it. He darted back to rescue his own chili. By the time they were done, the sky had opened completely. The truck owner was closing up. He had no umbrella, but he kindly suggested a budget motel a block away. Logan balked. A room? Together? The man blinked. Yeah, you're two guys. What's the big deal? Go on, I need to get home. Logan bought a cheap plastic tablecloth from him for $3. For courage, he explained to Alex's dubious look, holding it over their heads as they made a mad, splashing dash to the motel's glowing sign. Inside, the reality set in. ID. I only have mine. Logan pulled his driver's license from behind his phone case, looking almost smug.
Ihemine.
So one room it was. The hallway on the second floor was pitch black. A light burnt out. Logan stepped out of the elevator and immediately reached for Alex's hand. Alex sidestepped. What are you doing? Finding the room. It's a cave in here. I don't want you getting lost. His voice held a strange tension. I'm an adult. I won't get lost. I'm not scared. A blinding flash of lightning lit the windows at the end of the hall, followed instantly by a thunderclap that shook the walls. Alex froze. Logan's hand found his in the darkness, grip firm and warm. Fine.
I'm scared.
Happy? Now let's go. He pulled Alex forward, and after a few stumbling steps in the utter blackness, another boom of thunder made Alex flinch toward him instinctively. Logan took the opportunity to wrap an arm around his shoulders, pulling him close. Alex, for the love of God, just work with me here. I'm freaking out. Alex was silent for a moment, acutely aware of the solid body beside him. You can be scared without groping my waist. Sorry, you just fit. It's instinct. They found the room. The light from the doorway revealed Logan's face, his expression a mix of relief and something else Alex couldn't name. He let go with obvious reluctance. The cheap wine chose that moment to fully announce its presence. A dull throbbing started behind Alex's eyes. He sat on the edge of one of the double beds, waiting for the room to stop its gentle sway. Logan sat across from him, cleaning out the work phone, his movements slow. Finally, Alex pushed himself up. Gonna shower. The water did little to clear his head. Drying off felt like a monumental task. He pulled his clothes on haphazardly and stumbled out. Logan was staring into the middle distance, his eyes glazed. Alex, that wine is hitting me late and hard. Local vintage, Alex mumbled, rubbing his temples. Your turn. Go. Logan stood but didn't move. His gaze was locked on Alex's chest, intense and unfocused. Alex's guard went up. Was he about to try something? Logan's hand rose slowly, stopping just short of touching him. His fingers hovered near the buttons of Alex's shirt. He fumbled at the air. The buttons. They're wrong. I was trying to fix it, but there's 3 of them. He sounded utterly baffled. Alex looked down. He'd misaligned the entire placket. He swatted Logan's hand away, heat flooding his face. I can fix my own buttons. Go shower. You're wasted. Logan nodded slowly. Okay, you fix. He shuffled into the bathroom. 5 minutes later, a plaintive call. Alex? I'm dizzy. Help. Alex pushed the door open. Logan was slumped against the shower wall, the spray beating down on his bowed head. Water streamed over his flushed face. Alex, I'm drowning. Save me. With a sigh, Alex stepped in, shoes and all. He turned off the water and roughly toweled Logan dry. Arms up, he wrestled a t-shirt onto the compliant, dazed man. Bayamas. Do it yourself. Logan just looked at him, eyes wide and soft. Alex. Dizzy. Sighing, Alex closed his eyes and tossed him a towel. Dry off. I can't help you more than that. The thought surfaced, unbidden, he's kind of cute like this. It was immediately followed by a jolt of alarm. Gee? Since when is Logan cute? Oh no. Drunk Logan was obedient. Alex seized the chance, pinching his cheeks lightly. Why are you so quiet now? Logan smiled. a sweet, unfiltered expression that transformed his face. "'Cause I like you. You said you liked quiet people." Alex's breath hitched. "I do. So why are you so loud usually?" A small pout. "Didn't want you to like me back." The confession, so simple and stark, landed like a physical blow. "Why not? I'm straight. Didn't want to mess up your life." A tear traced a path through the dampness on his cheek. "Liking a straight guy is my curse." He leaned forward, nuzzling his nose against the side of Alex's neck, inhaling deeply. "Like Alex. Want to hold Alex. Want to be with Alex." Something inside Alex cracked, then quietly shattered. 20-plus years of assumed certainty about himself tilted on its axis. The ground felt less solid. In the morning, Logan was a masterpiece of amnesia. He moved with easy normalcy, asking if Alex wanted coffee, commenting on the weather. Alex watched him like a hawk, searching for any sign of remembrance or deceit. There was none. About last night, Alex finally said, his voice tight, "You don't remember any of it?" Logan looked up from lacing his boots, genuine confusion on his face. "Last night? The motel? The storm? It's a bit fuzzy. You told me you loved me, that you wanted to be with me." Saying it out loud made it real, and Alex felt a surge of irrational anger at Logan's blank slate. Logan's eyes went wide. He scrambled up. I did? I mean, I must have. It's a blur." He studied Alex's face, his own expression cautiously hopeful. "So, what did you say? Did you answer me?" The hope in his eyes was terrifying. Alex defaulted to denial. "Answer what? I'm not gay." The light in Logan's eyes died. "Right. Okay. I get it." But a second later, he was back, that determined mask sliding into place. He stepped closer, invading Alex's space until Alex could smell the clean, soapy scent on his skin, could feel the warmth radiating from him. Logan's voice dropped to a low, intimate register. "Alex." His name was a challenge. "Look me in the eye and tell me you feel nothing. That you're not even a little curious. Go on. Tell me." Alex held his gaze. His mouth was dry. A week ago, he could have said it easily. Now, the words stuck in his throat, threatening to choke him. In this world, a lie would make him bleed. And he knew, with a certainty that was both terrifying and exhilarating, that if he spoke now, he would. The days blurred into a new routine. Back in their staff room after work, Logan counted their cash, stacking bills neatly. He handed Alex a thick pile. "Your share." Alex took it, the reality settling in. "We've been here over a month." Logan shrugged, but his eyes were distant. "Wonder what's happening back home. Our university probably misses its most handsome debate team dropout." He was trying to lighten the mood, but it fell flat. Seeing Alex's expression, he changed tack. "Hey, you should work out. Build some stamina." Before Alex could protest, Logan stepped onto his own cot, bent down, and hooked his hands under Alex's arms, hoisting him straight up into the air. "Logan, you idiot. Put me down." Alex sputtered, his feet dangling. Human weights. Up and down. Logan managed 3 shaky reps before the ancient cot frame gave a catastrophic groan and collapsed sideways, sending them both tumbling onto the floor in a heap of limbs and cheap bedding. Repairs took until nearly midnight. Logan looked at the still wobbly frame, then at Alex, his expression a perfect mimicry of a lost puppy. "Alex. Tired. Want sleep." Alex stared at the wreckage, then at the narrow, intact cot. He sighed, the sound full of resignation, and scooted over, patting the vacant space beside him. "Fine. Get in. We'll fix it tomorrow." Logan's face lit up. He climbed in with careful reverence. The predictable result was 2 very awake, very frustrated men at 4 in the morning. Logan nuzzled the back of Alex's neck, his voice a sleep-roughened whisper. "Alex. Uncomfortable. You think I'm not?" "Suffer in silence." His arms tightened. "You smell good." Alex, what are you thinking about? I'm thinking if you have energy for this, our lives are too easy. Maybe we should turn off the AC. Logan buried his face against Alex's shoulder. Don't. Please. A shift began. Logan, sensing the fragile change in Alex's tolerance, launched a campaign of relentless, clumsy devotion. He did all the cleaning. He washed their clothes, including Alex's underwear, muttering justifications about excess energy and needing to keep busy even as his nose bled from the lie. He spent days of wages on a new hoodie for Alex. It's not for you. Your old one is hideous. It offends my eyes. For my own visual peace, I'm buying this. 2 delicate crimson streams traced paths from his nostrils. He wiped them away, undeterred. After 2 days of this, he looked genuinely pale. One afternoon after their shift, he stood up and swayed, clutching the counter. Alex, I think I'm anemic. Alex just looked at him. Maybe stop lying then. The fear of physical weakness seemed to finally break the habit. The stilted, contradictory compliments were replaced by a stream of soft, shockingly honest words.
Alex, I'm tired.
Can I hold you for a minute? Alex, eat more. I like when you're softer. It's nice. Alex, from this angle, you're really lovely. Customers eating nearby would sometimes blush, exchanging delighted glances. A new customer, a college-aged guy, once approached Alex directly with a shy smile and his phone opened to a contacts page. Hey, could I? Logan materialized, inserting himself between them. Is there a problem? Trying to poach right in front of me? The guy stumbled back. Oh, sorry man, I didn't know you were together. Logan huffed, a little smug, a little nervous. He glanced at Alex, who said nothing. We're not. Yet. Almost. When Alex didn't contradict him, a brilliant, hopeful smile broke across his face. After that, he became bolder. Sorry, he's with me, he'd say, his voice firm, his eyes secretly checking for Alex's reaction. Alex stopped fighting it. The old animosity, when viewed through this new lens, looked different. The arguments were a strange kind of engagement. The constant presence was loyalty. The prickly exterior hid a devastating, stubborn affection. He was falling, and the ground wasn't as hard as he'd expected. In the world between worlds, Logan was the mist, the guiding light in the dream. He walked ahead, shouldering the confusion and the fear, leaving a path clear for Alex to follow. His love was a silent hymn, a heavy velvet curtain he kept drawn. But now, Alex was ready to step forward and pull it back himself. Whatever road lay ahead, he didn't want to walk it alone. Outside view, Logan had fallen for Alex during their first semester. The new student from the coast had a quiet, self-contained grace that made Logan feel too loud, too rough, too much. He seemed to carry the calm of a distant ocean breeze. Logan wanted to be near that calm, but he was terrified of tarnishing it. He built a persona of antagonism, a shield to hide behind. He convinced himself Alex grew to despise him, and in a twisted way, he was glad. Someone like Alex should remain untouched, should marry a nice person, have a picture-perfect life. Logan could live on the periphery, a friend, or even just an occasional, sparring acquaintance. That would be enough. He had his whole life mapped out in quiet, painful sacrifice. Then he woke up in another reality with Alex by his side. The universe, it seemed, was a cruel comedian. The lying sickness was a nightmare and a secret hope. He was laying his heart bare with every deniable protest. 2 months in, a faint, ethereal whisper came to him one night. Earn 2,000. Save it. The way home will open. It became his secret mission. He took extra shifts, saved every cent. A man possessed by a new dual purpose. To get them home and to protect the truth of his heart for as long as he could. Alex, go shower, he'd say, looking at their growing stash of cash hidden under a loose floor tile. We go home tomorrow. Don't want you going back looking like a stray.